On April 16, 2006, despite calls for resignation from 6 retired military generals, President Bush stated, quote, "I hear the voices, and I read the front page, and I know the speculation, but I'm the decider, and I decide what is best. And what is best is for Don Rumsfeld to remain as the Secretary of Defense." Well, today it has been proven that Bush is not, in fact, the decider. The United States citizens are. And as for Rummy, well, as it turns out, he's not what was best. Within 24 hours of the election, voters gave Democrats control of the House, almost complete control of the Senate, gubernatorial seats nationwide, and placed the first woman and the first Italian-American in the seat of Speaker of the House. With the message abundantly clear, the administration was forced to admit defeat and accepted Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld's resignation and replaced him with former CIA head Robert Gates. So what contributed to such wide voter turnout and such sweeping wins for the Democrats? Exit polls collected from around the country proved people were unhappy for a myriad of reasons, including the handling of the Iraq War and bad ethics. Democrats had a head start, though, and Republicans lost a seat early when Republican Representative Mark Foley resigned on September 29th after being confronted with sexually explicit computer messages he had written to teenage pages. And corruption seems to have led to the success of Montana Democrat John Tester, who rode to victory over Burns. Burns was a 3-term senator whose campaign was shadowed by a series of self-made missteps and his ties to Jack Abramoff, the disgraced lobbyist at the center of an influence peddling investigation. Another scandal fresh on voters' minds was the former House Majority Leader Tom DeLay, who was caught skimming off the top in gerrymandering districts. CNN reported that 3 out of 4 voters said corruption and scandalous behavior in Congress, such as this, were the reasons for the overwhelming turn toward Democratic control. It's been a long time coming for the Democrats, and it seems President Bush should have paid attention to the words of another U.S. president, Theodore Roosevelt, who once said,